Down with me, you down with me, down with me. Hold on. I got a crowd wrapping around the whole town for me. They mama proud, got a thou in the balcony. Nah, I don't hear no clown talking foul on me.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of What Are the Odds podcast. It's your host, JMX, and my co host, Ryan. Hey, week 17 is in the books. We got one more week of the regular season, and then we got the wild card. The playoffs are starting. Hey, Ryan, bro, one more week. One more week of hopefully the pain can stop from my Broncos. Lord Jesus, we can't get the one done. Hey, look, before we get into it, Ryan, man, how you been?
Man, I'm chilling. Excited slash nervous for the Steelers game. Definitely not as nervous as you are for the Broncos game. If you look at the bright side, either the pain just started or the pain is about to end here really, really soon for you. Um, Lakers got a little trade as well. Excited about that somewhat. But yeah, I've just been chilling besides that. How about yourself?
I've been good, man. This week was kind of crazy. But we gonna get into it. Oh man, it was a crazy week. I can't even be mad. It was just kind of a week of surprising football. A lot of good stuff happened, but the regular season is right around. I mean, playoffs are right around the corner. Regular season is getting ready to wrap up. But man, let's go ahead and jump into it. First game up. Chargers to New England take on the Patriots. Basically, just a win and end scenario for the Chargers. They win this game. Obviously, they blew them out 40-7. They go to 10-6, clinch their way into the playoffs in the first year Harbaugh era, and Patriots dropped 3-13. This was just a terrible loss for the Patriots. I mean, they looked like they didn't even really show up to play. Drake May had a really good drive in the second quarter, and then after that, it was just kind of game was over. Lad McConkey literally killed him. 8 catches, 94 yards, 2 touchdowns. Herbert balled out 26 for 38, 281 yards, 3 touchdowns, no turnovers. JK ran the ball pretty well, but I mean, and Derwin had a huge game as well. Defense played well, but story of this game is just the Chargers. They locked in the playoffs. Probably gonna lock up either the fifth or the sixth seed. My guess will probably be the sixth seed. I think if Pittsburgh can handle business against the Bengals, ain't got to worry about that. But yeah, man, I'm a shout out to the Chargers.
Yeah, I really don't have any major takeaway from the game besides Lad went crazy and J.K. Dobbins and Herbert and the defense and yeah, I mean they just looked like a good solid playoff team. And again, my whole thing is that these are the games you got to take care of. These games where you're going into New England on a somewhat of a short week, and you're everyone's expecting you to kill them. You know, you got to go out there and you got to take care of business, and that's exactly what the Chargers did. Um, yeah, and the Patriots, I believe if they lose next week, they get the number one seed. I know that they locked into it right now,
Pick.
but seed. Thank you, my fault. Yeah, pick. Seed would be crazy.
Number one seed.
Seed would be crazy. Yeah, no. They got the number one pick. Yeah, I'm excited to see what they do if they trade out of her, if they pick Travis Hunter, I'm assuming. But yeah.
Yeah, did you see they were talking about the trade from the Patriots and the Jags? I said the Patriots and the Chargers they made on draft day. It was like it turned out to be Lab McConkey and Tarheeb Steele for Kayshawn Boot and Jalen Polk. And I was like, I ain't gonna lie, it's so crazy. Like, and the Patriots were the team that traded up. That's the worst part about it. It's like, damn, man. Let's go straight two different organizations. Shout out to the Chargers though, Jim Harbaugh. Hey man, great. I mean, from what you had in the way he kind of coached the team, look, they made the playoffs, and it kind of is what it is. Like they had their ups and downs, but hey, look, you got Justin Herbert, you got the job done. He's going to the playoffs. This is his first time going to the no, it's the second time. But hopefully he's looking to probably hopefully get his first playoff win. If they can get that matchup against Houston, it's looking like most likely that they can get that first playoff win. They go into Baltimore. Didn't they just play? Baltimore beat the brakes off them.
They played them
Well, I
on
don't know
Monday
about beating the
night.
brakes off one, but I can't remember how that game went. But I remember Baltimore won that one, like kind of convincingly a little bit. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, if they go into Baltimore, what probably will be looking like, um, we'll see. But hopefully Herbert can get that first playoff win. But yeah, you got anything else you want to add about the Chargers?
No, not really.
Yeah, all right, Ben. Now let's go on to probably this is gotta be what top three, top five. Some people have it as a game of the year. I'm not gonna lie. Were you entertained, Ryan? Because I ain't gonna lie. That fourth quarter, my God, that fourth quarter was crazy, bro. Shout out to the Broncos and the Bengals. Denver travel to Cincinnati take on the Bengals. Bengals win this game 30-24. They go to 8-8. The Broncos drop to 9-7. Lost two in a row. In the Bo Nix era, in Bo Nix's career, he has never lost three games in a row. High school, college, pros. So we'll see how this goes. I mean, obviously, the Broncos are about 99% going to win next week with the Chiefs. The Chiefs said they're resting all their starters and their backups. They're playing most likely practice squad guys. They're starting. I think they said they're going to start Carson Wentz, and they're going to put in the third string guy at some point in the game. The Chiefs basically come out and said that they're going to tank this game. So it sucks for the Cincinnati Bengals. I know everybody wants to see the Bengals make the playoffs, but it just won't happen. But I mean, hell, this game was enough for me. This game was like a playoff game, in my opinion. Like, this game was good enough. Like, Joe Burrow, 39 for 49. He threw the ball 50 freaking times, 412 yards, three touchdowns. He got sacked 7 times. Shout out to the Broncos defensive line. Zach Allen was, my God, 3.5. He had 4 sacks, bro. Zach Allen's ridiculous. Chase Brown, he had 6-7 yards on the ground. T. Higgins, 11 catches, 131 yards, 3 touchdowns. I mean, him and Riley Moss, he killed Riley Moss. I can't even lie to you. Riley Moss coming back off that injury. I mean, he showed he was a little bit rusty. He got killed. Mike Gesicki had his day, 86 yards. Jamar Chase had 9 catches, 102 yards, but I'm going to get into the stats with PS2 a little bit later. So that was not on Pat Surtain. So let's go ahead and stop that. But on the Broncos side of things, man, I do want to give two huge shout outs offensively. Um, Marvin Mims and Jaleel McLaughlin, huge shout outs to those guys. Jaleel, I thought, played really well, 70 yards on the ground. I think that's the most we probably would had all year from a Broncos running back, probably. I can't remember. I mean, he looked really good. Marvin Mims is just shown once again, if I've been preaching about, I put a tweet about it a few weeks ago that I was hoping that during this last stretch of the season, we really started giving him the ball because the stats were just mind blowing about the average yard separation, all the stats in this game. He caught 8 of 8 targets, Ryan. 8 of 8 targets, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, he was phenomenal. Cortland Sutton had 5 catches, 55 yards in the touchdown, whatever. But Bo Nix, say, man, look, I know Ryan got some audio messages. I thought Ryan was going to put one of them in the video. Hey, see, I was told about Bo. He was a check down merchant. He couldn't throw the ball deep. See, I heard all these things, man. And I have been waiting for that one Kevin Harlan Broncos moment for years. Almost a decade, Ryan, if I've been waiting for that Broncos Kevin Harlan moment. And we got two of them. And I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I've been playing those 2 plays on repeat since the game ended. The 60, mind you, Bo Nix now has, I think I read the stats, 24 for 31, 219, 3 touchdowns and a pick. He had the big throw to Marvin Mims, 67 yards. That was the longest completion by any quarterback this whole season. See, Ryan, wait, hold on. What was they were saying that Bo Nix's average air yards per completion was ranked what, the 34th in the league, and that's why he was trash. Well, I would love to see what it is now because the man just got the deepest completion. I think they say it was the longest completion so far of the season. So shout out to him. But I mean, hey, look, I was entertained. I was very much entertained in this game. Look, we lost. It is what it is. We lost to a good team. But I think we still beat ourselves. I think a lot of people were upset about the Broncos didn't go for 2. And I kind of want to hear, this is what I told you I was going to ask you during the episode. This is what I kind of want to hear, your opinion. Me personally, I don't think the Broncos should have went for 2. I think they made the right call. I think in that situation, you go to overtime. Because say, for example, you get the ball first. Okay, then you're thinking like, because already you're thinking like, look, we just drove all the way down the field, got an improbable touchdown catch. Shout out to Marvin Mims for that catch between 2 players. My God, was I screaming, holy hell. But like, bro, like you would think in that moment, like, okay, we can go back down and do it. If not, we're gonna give our defense, who's been incredible pretty much the whole season. You got to give your defense a chance. And I just don't believe the Broncos on that one play have enough talent offensively to go get that play. I mean, you see what the Bengals did in overtime. T. Higgins, Jamar, like they have guys that can go win one-on-one on the outside, get open in those situations. The Broncos really don't have that. I know people gonna say Cortland Sutton and you're playing the Bengals. They're not a good defense, but I'm not taking that chance. I'm not putting all on the line on one play. That's just me personally. I mean, look, in overtime, the defense stopped them twice. You feel me? So it wasn't like I feel like Sean didn't make the right call there. I mean, the offense just should have. Now he did make a lot of wrong calls in this game, what I get into a little bit, but I mean, I think overall it's a good decision. I don't think you put that type of. I know Bo wanted to go for two, but in that situation, like you would, I just don't think they got it. That's just me personally. I don't think they would have got it.
I mean, if it were me at that time, I probably would have gone for it. Just because rookie quarterback on the road, uh, fuck it, whatever. But then really thinking about it, like more, if y'all would have tied, y'all still would have clinched a playoff spot.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's like, in the grand scheme of things, and shit, you guys were a minute and 7 seconds away from clinching, you know? So, like in hindsight, granted, in hindsight, you guys should have gone for it because you guys lost.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like
But
looking back on it, we didn't win the game. Yeah.
yeah, but like also in hindsight, it's like you guys were a minute and 7 seconds away from clinching this playoff spot. So like, I don't know. It's such a tough decision. Again, at that current time, just like the hype and the adrenaline and all that. If I were the head coach, hey yo, Bo, go out there, do something. You know, like I'm not putting it all on him. I'm just saying like, I don't know, rookie quarterback on the road to clinch a playoff spot. 8 seconds left in the game. You just threw a fucking miracle down there, and he caught it in between two people on
It
the
was a hell of a
sideline.
throw too. It was a hell of a
For
throw
real,
and
it was
catch.
exact. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, dude. I probably would have gone for it, but again, I understand why they didn't go for it. I thought they were going for it at first.
No, I thought they were too
Mm-hmm.
because like it was the replay really messed it up. I think if there wasn't the replay, they would have went for it, but they felt like everything had kind of cooled down. The Bengals would have had a chance to get their game plan ready because the Broncos are like, no, huddle up to the line. We're going for two right now, and I feel like they probably would have gotten it then, but I just don't trust any like. I mean, like who do we have? Like honestly speaking, like Corlin, like do you trust Corlin Sutton in that situation? 1-on-1, the game on the line, you throw it up to him, he's gonna get it. Like, are you trusting that? I mean, like,
I'm trusting something a little bit more than giving the ball back to Burrow and Higgins and Jamar.
well, yeah, but and that's the thing. It wasn't like I say because I mean it's going to OT, so you don't know what can happen. Like, you don't know if you win the toss, you win the coin flip, you get the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I'm thinking of. It's like it's so many opportunities. Yeah, you don't want to get the ball back to Joe, but I think my whole thing is I would have. The reason why I say don't go for it is because you don't know if you get that. You get that, then you're gonna be like, fuck, we go to OT. We could have played for the tie. You know what I'm saying? Defense, what did they get the ball? Defense get a turnover, defense get a stop. Like, I feel like the defense, I mean, they've been playing well all game. Like, bro, you're gonna give up points to Cincinnati. Like, they're number one offense in the league. I'm not even tripping on that, but think about the amount of stops this defense still got. They got like 3-4 stops. Like, and it's the Bengals. Like, so I mean, I don't know, but the the one point in the game, it was two plays I think that really lost Denver this game, and it had nothing to do. I mean, look, we're not a team that starts off fast offensively, so everyone who thought we were going to come out here and just kill the Bengals, I don't know why everybody thinks the Broncos have had a great offense all year. I mean, people who really know ball know this offense has not been great all year. The only person who's been making the offense look better than what it is Bo. I mean, everything else, we've had no run game all year, and we were running the ball pretty well this game. But I think two plays lost the game. The one ball, I know he's watching the game. The third down to Troy Franklin. I think, the one where it was just me on that play, like seeing Troy all year, it's been the same story. Like, I feel like it's easy to look at it and say it's an overthrow, but if you watch Bo in the pocket, it's not an overthrow. He had to put the ball right there because you got a safety lurking over the top. If he puts the ball out even further, it's a pick. If he puts the ball out in the field, that's a pick. He has to put that in that window there. And Troy Franklin comes out of his release. There's no burst. He came out of his release, got past the guy, and then doesn't speed up. He goes with the same speed and then lunges out for the ball. If you look at Troy Franklin's tape the whole year, that's been the story every single deep ball Bo Nix. He's always lunging out to make a catch and always it never makes the catch. Um, Second play for me was when after the missed field goal, You get it. You get first. So the Broncos only. Remember after that, we only needed one first down, and we were gonna tie it. We weren't going for the win. Like it was obvious. Like you get a first down, you run a clock out. Fuck it, you get a tie, you in the playoffs, right? So I don't know what happened. You run it on first down. I think I can pull it up on the play by play. But I remember we ran the ball on first down. We got like 4 yards. Where's that? Yeah, right here. Yeah, we ran the ball with estimate. We got 3 yards. It's 2nd and 7. Now, me personally, I'm running the ball again, or that's the number one thing you do. You run the ball again, or you throw the ball past the sticks. Sean Payton calls a wide receiver screen. Matter of fact, Cincinnati used a timeout. He calls a wide receiver screen behind the sticks. We lose a yards. Well, no, we lose 2 yards. So that makes it 3rd and 9, and then incomplete. We punt the ball back. I think that second down in the play to Troy Franklin where he missed, those are 2 plays that lost us this game. But I mean, I'm not tripping out. I'm not really tripping too much on it. I think next game we'll win. We'll go to the playoffs. And hell, look, I'm gonna pick Buffalo, but there is no guarantee come time. You know that, Ron. Ain't no guarantee. But yeah, give me your thoughts.
Man, just imagine like they get that touchdown, 8 seconds left. They give the ball to Bo. Bo, I don't know. He throws something up to Cortland Sutton. Cortland Sutton, a miracle, comes up and grabs it. You guys walk out of Cincinnati, steal a playoff spot damn near. Obviously, not a playoff spot. Bengals need a bunch of stuff to go right for them to even get in the playoffs next week. But you guys secure a spot. First time since 2016 or 2015 or whatever, 2015, 2016
Yeah,
season. You know what I'm talking about. And rookie quarterback in Cincy, too. Most hyped team right now. I mean, just imagine that shit. First of all, I know you would have been hyped. I was sitting there watching it. And again, I understand why they didn't go for 2. And obviously, in hindsight, it's so easy to be like they should have gone for 2. Because if they didn't,
Exactly.
if they did go for 2 and they missed that shit, it's like, man, you're a dumbass. Why'd you go for 2?
Exactly.
Like in the whole thing of, man, you could have kicked the field goal and you could have just tried to go for a tie or at least take it into overtime and test your odds there. But like, I don't know, just the way that T was kind of tearing Riley Moss apart, and
They got 2 stops.
I don't know.
Because think about it, they forced a punt. They did the first drive. They sacked. Zach Allen got 2 sacks on the first drive. The second drive, they got it down. They missed the field goal. I mean, you can't really ask your defense to give you more against the best offense in the league, arguably. Like I say they're the best offense. Them or Baltimore, but I'm giving it to them. Cincinnati's ridiculous, bro. Like, I mean, you can't really ask some more out of like. I think your defense. They answered the call. Like, they're not the reason why they. I mean, you give Joe Burrow the ball 3 times in overtime. I mean, I knew once we punted the set, I'm like, we finna lose. Like, I'm like, they finna go down and score. Like, it was obvious. Like, you knew when they got the ball the last time, they about to go score, bro. Ain't no way this defense gonna hold them up 3 times in overtime. I'm like, bro, it's just no way. Like, that's just what it is. It's no way. But yeah, I mean, I think if anything, this game showed me like 105% without a doubt that Bo's a franchise quarterback. He's already showed me this multiple times this year, but I think this kind of stamped it. Like, bro, he's resilient. Like, think about it. You go down on the road in Cincinnati, especially with like you're on the road, you're down 7. Like, they just went down there, like you got a touchdown. They went down there, got another touchdown. You're like, come on, we gotta go out here and do it again. And you 51 yards, a bomb or whatever. No, he threw the ball 67 yards, but it was a 51-yard completion to Marvin Mims. I mean, and then even after the pick, he came out, bro. That drive, the throw on the sideline of Sutton, and the throw in the middle of the field of Sutton, bro. I don't know how many quarterbacks in the league are making those 2 throws where he flushed out the pocket. I mean, bro, like, I don't know if you saw the throws I'm talking about. The first one on the sideline of Sutton was ridiculous. It was like the corner didn't even think he got both feet in. Like, he threw the ball basically out of bounds, only to Sutton's hands. And then the one on the middle of the field, the window was about this big, bro. And he fitted it in there. I mean, I just think that stamped it for me, bro, for sure, for sure. This is against Joe Burrow, Cincy. Yeah, the defense isn't good, but they're still a playoff caliber, playoff experienced team, bro. And he went in there and, hey, man, 4th quarter came. He answered the call. I don't give a shit about the other 3 quarters. Yeah, we didn't play that well. Could have played better, but say what you want, bro. He went out there and had three crazy ass drives in the fourth quarter, bro. It was no, yeah, in the second half, three crazy drives. He three straight touchdown drives. Crazy.
One thing I do gotta say though, I wasn't a huge fan of the way y'all's offense was in overtime. I mean, obviously, I'm sure you weren't a big
Mm-mm.
fan of it either, but you do have to give credit to Bo and that offense for the way that. I mean, shit, they went to halftime 3-10, and they would, like put up three. What? Yeah, you said three touchdowns.
Yeah, it
What?
was three.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
three
was.
touchdowns out of four drives. It's and like I know a lot of people saying like that Marvin Mims catch with like 8 seconds left was lucky. I mean, it was lucky, but it was a damn good throw. It was a damn good catch.
Bro, like he got flushed out immediately. Like that's
Hmm.
our fullback. Our fullback gets killed. And it was funny because I remember early in the game they were saying he bailed out because he bailed out of a clean pocket because he didn't think his running back could hold that block. So he had already flushed out before. So this play he knew. See, and that's what I'm saying. Like he didn't second guess himself. Like most quarterbacks would have tried to stay in that pocket. He probably would have got sacked, game over, because people probably pretty sure he went back and saw like, Bo, the pocket was clean here. Jaleel picked up that block. You didn't have to flush out. You could have stepped up and made a throw or stepped up and got more yardage with your legs. But on that play, he still stuck with his instincts. And that was a better blocker he had there too, your fullback. He gets killed. Burton got thrown to the ground in like a split second. Like he flushed out linebacker in his face off 1 foot heaved, and it's a dot. Like hell, and I mean, Miz made an incredible catch between two, like sandwich and able to come down and pin it to his leg. I mean, that's ridiculous. But
And being able to stay in bounds.
and the BL, bro, like that is the one of the most craziest play, and we don't have that type of shit happen to us. That's the thing. Like we don't really get like those type of miracle plays. Like I'm telling you, we be having to earn our. I'm telling you, like, and it was just a great play, bro. Shout out to both of them. But this game was really good. Like T Higgins and them was balling out of control, bro. It was just a good ass game. Like I'm not gonna sit here and be mad that people are like, man, we should cut Riley Moss, bench him, bro. He's going up against one of the best receivers in the league. Like one of the best receivers in the league, bro. One of the best quarterbacks, and he's banged up. Like, bro, he came out the game in like the second. I remember you text me, you was like, bro, Riley Moss hurt or something like that. Like, when I was watching the game, he went out. Like, he was not 100% in that game, bro. But it is what it is. I'm not gonna get mad about that, man. It shit. I didn't watch Chris Harris get towed up before. Like, that don't mean we Broncos should bench him. Like, nah, I mean, he's had a bad game.
Yeah, I mean, we should probably talk about the Bengals a little bit. They did win the game. Uh,
Yeah.
Dude, it was the bag that shit that both but that T's about to get from somebody else. I mean,
Woo!
obviously as a Steelers fan, I hope he don't stay in Cincy, but also I mean, just as like a football fan, it does fit well with him and Jamar both being in Cincy.
Yeah.
But one thing is like, man, they made both T and Jamar wait this season to get paid. They franchised T and then they just didn't pay
I don't know
Jamar.
why they did that.
It's like, and now you have to pay him, especially Jamar. You got to pay him all, both the fattest bag ever. I mean, you got a Triple Crown winner over here. Well, very, very close to winning a Triple Crown. And T. Higgins ain't no bum either. He's a fucking dog. It's like,
Yeah. He could be wide receiver one on like
yeah.
half the teams in the league.
It's like, dude, you're going to have to pay him a bag.
He did come out and say that he was willing to take less money now to stay. But I because I know he wants like 30 or plus, but I don't even think then you can keep them both.
How much is less, though? Because if you're going to have that much
Well, like
money,
5 million, so he'll take what, 25?
then Brandon Ayuk signed for like 28.
Yeah, because he's better than Ayuk. So it's like I'm not like, because you got to pay Jamar too. That's the thing. Like, okay, like you don't have to pay Jamar until another season, but you got to pay that man, bro. Like he's not gonna play. Like he held out this year for a reason. Like he wants to get paid, and I mean, I think honestly, it's tough. But I mean, look, I just want to give it and shout out. I want to give another shout out real quick. Jaceki is ridiculous. Like people forgot about bro when he left Miami and went to New England. But bro, this is who Jaseki's kind of been. Like he's just a dog. Like he runs routes like a wide receiver. Like good hands, and hey bro, he got some swag to him too. But I mean, I ain't gonna lie. This team, shout out to them, bro. I mean, the run they been on. They remember Ocho was crying. I mean, not Ocho. Yeah, Ocho was crying a few weeks ago. Remember that? Like everybody was saying it's over. Like, and I mean,
Yeah, that's right. And then he went on the podcast or on the show, I should say, and he was talking that shit to Unc. He said, "I don't want to hear you
yeah.
say nothing about no foot or ball." It's like, all right, bro.
I mean, look, they took care of business. I mean, this is the first team they got a dub against that was a competent team in a while. But I mean, hey, they got it at the right time. Shout out to them. But it's just tough. Like, even I don't know if they're gonna beat Pittsburgh, but say they don't beat Pittsburgh.
They will.
Like, if they don't beat Pittsburgh, it's over. Like, but I just think it's tough. I think I just don't see Denver losing this game to the Chiefs. I know you probably got your little doubts, but I don't think Denver gonna fold this game to the Chiefs. And you got it's just tough, man. But I would have loved to see Joe Burrow and them in the playoffs.
So do you think T better than Cooper Cup?
He making a case for it, bro.
You think he better than DJ Moore?
That's that's in the tier he's in though. He's
Jalen
in that
Waddle?
DJ Moore type tier.
You think he better than Jalen Waddle?
Yeah, most definitely.
Ayuk?
Yeah.
Well, Ayuk getting 30 million a year. Jalen Waddle getting 28.3. DJ's getting
Yeah, but he wants to take less.
27.5.
So
Yeah,
less for him
how
has
much
to be
less
like
though? This is his first contract. How much less are you gonna take?
if you want to win a Super Bowl, it don't matter. Cause I mean, like, okay, say he stays and he gets like 22, 23 million a year. You're taking 7 million off a year. So that means you're losing about 28 million. You're taking a $28 million pay cut to stay in Cincinnati.
Nah, I mean shit. They'd have to pay me $28 million to go back to Cincinnati if it were me. But nah,
No, I'm saying because say he makes 23 or 24. So take that off the
no
30
way.
plus he was getting ready to make.
No
So you
way.
put that year by year. So you're looking,
23,
huh?
23, 24.
I mean, bro, he said he want to take less. I mean,
Nah.
that's what it's gonna have to be, right? Because I mean, think about it. You still have to pay Jamar. Not to mention, you still have to have some money left to address this defense who's terrible. So it's not like like he gonna have to take a massive pay cut, massive. Like, because I mean, you have to pay Jamar. There is no like, even if Jamar takes a little bit of a pay cut, he's still getting at the bare minimum what 36, 37, and that's with the pay cut he's getting. Because Jettis is getting 40, right?
He's getting 35.
Jettis
C-
is getting 35.
yeah, 35. CD getting 34. AJ getting 32.
Yeah,
Amon-Ra's
so a
getting
Jamar
30.
Chase pay cut is probably 35 million. Exactly, because right now, if he got paid the market value, he's getting paid more than Jettis. So his pay cut is probably what Jettis got. But he told them he wants more than Jettis. So I don't see Jamar taking really a pay. Jamar's been kind of he stood on that. Like, he ain't taking no pay cut, bro. And I mean, you look at the Bengals, it's not like they have all this cap to work with. Like, let me look up their cap for this offseason.
So if it's me anyway, if I'm T, why would I want to take a pay cut when the other dude right next to me is not going to take a pay cut?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's got $6 million in cap space. I mean, if they both
Granted,
come
this is
together,
all speculation too. Like,
yeah,
we
this is
just
all
speculate.
speculation, but I don't think they can. I mean, they can realistically hold Jamar off for another year, but it doesn't solve anything though. Like, because Jamar, they gave him that 1 year, so it's like he got that extra year to where he's a free agent after 2025, after the 2025-2026 season. So, but I don't even know how. Like the Bengals' money, I'm trying to figure out where is it going because T Higgins got franchise tag, like. They're not paying anybody else no crazy money. It's all that dead cap. Like I'm trying to figure out because there's not a lot of people on the roster right now that they're paying big money. BJ Hill is 7 million. Trey Hendrickson is 14.8. Joe's only making 10. I don't know, man. It's tough. But going into next season, I think that's when I think this is when Joe's extension starts hitting in because he got paid, right?
Yeah, he making about
Yeah,
making
he
55
got
million a year, an average if anything.
yeah. So
So you're gonna have a
so
receiver
I don't
making
know.
35. So let's just say him and Burrow alone are gonna be about 90 million, and then you're gonna have T making what? Let's say 23. So it's about 113, 115 ish around there $1 million.
Yeah,
So you're gonna invest
yeah.
that much of your money into 3 players.
Nah, I think T's gone, and I think they draft somebody because they still have Jamar. Like Jamar, you don't let go. I don't think you should let go of T either. But the way they constructed their team, T's gonna have to go because all that money you could pay to T, you could go get 4 defensive players that can change the defense. You see what I'm saying? And you can just draft a receiver. You can draft whatever pick they're gonna get. They're gonna get a solid pick. You could draft Luther Burden or somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So I
And
don't know.
and
That's what I
and then
think.
next year, Trey Henderson is going to be on his last year of his deal. You're going to tell me he doesn't go? He's not going to want to go and get another extension. He's not going to want to
He
get
might
more
have to
money.
walk too.
It's like there's so many. It seems like every year they always lose a piece. Like every single year, it's always something on the defensive side. The last 2 years, it's like, dude, I don't know. I got no idea. Like I just can't imagine you're gonna invest that much cap space into. Granted, I'm sure the way cap space works, I have no idea how that shit works. I can't lie. They'll be like, yeah, we turned this into a signing bonus, and we turned this into this, and this into that, and it's technically nothing, and blah blah. Blah. I don't really understand that, but it's gonna be interesting to see if they do keep T, which obviously as a football fan, I hope they do. It'll be interesting to see how they structure everyone's contracts,
Mm-hmm.
But
But yeah, let's move on. Going to the next game, the Cardinals travel to LA to take on the Rams. Um, Rams win this game 13-9. Cardinals already eliminated, so they dropped to 7-9. The Rams go to 10-6, and since then they've clinched. So shout out to the Rams, they making the playoffs. My prediction was right. I told people, bro, they want to listen to me. Hey man, Ron, Seahawks fans came at me in them comments, bro, when I told them the Rams gonna make the playoffs. Bro, imagine though, I think me and you been saying this for a while. That felt like the Rams are gonna make it, bro. But shout out to the Rams. I mean, I got two main takeaways. One, college is they got a to make about Kyler Murray, bro, and what they want to do moving forward. Because this was just bad. Like the Cardinals had no reason to not be in the playoffs right now. Kyler just completely had a collapse. But James Conner was just completely only 4 carries in this game. He got did
yeah,
he get
yeah,
hurt?
yeah, he got hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt. Okay. I just want to make sure. Yeah, I didn't watch really too much of this game, so I'm gonna let Ryan go with some of the analysis. I caught like some of the like late third quarter, fourth quarter. But one thing I will say, did Cooper Kupp just get erased from the game plan? Like, bro, what the hell? You want to talk about shooting my fantasy team in the foot? Like, I'm so glad I benched him. Like, I am so glad I benched him last 2 weeks. Would have lost I would not be in the fantasy championship right now. 3 targets, bro. 1 catch for 29 yards. Like, it looks like Cooper Kupp, high key, might not be a Ram next year. They have eviscerated that man from any game plan. Puka Nacua is getting 14 targets, 10 catches, 129 yards, and I understand they want to feed Kyron. He had a good game too, but bro, like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think low key they could be just trying to save him because they know that man be getting hurt and they saving him for the playoffs. But it's like, bro, 3 fucking targets? Like, come on, man. Like, they ran, like, if that's what it is, they did a huge gamble because erasing Cooper Kupp for basically 3 games just to save him for the playoffs is kind of crazy, bro. But I don't know what it is. But my second takeaway for the Cardinals side, shout out to Trey McBride. They finally got him in the end zone, 12 catches, a buck 23 and a touchdown. But yeah, Kyler, man, they got some decisions to make.
Man, he's had 4 catches for like 50 yards in the last 3 games combined.
It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it's like they've completely just phased him out of the game plan. It makes me wonder, like, right before the trade deadline, I forgot who they beat. It was the Vikings. The Vikings on that Thursday night. There were a lot of trade rumors about him getting traded, and they were shopping him. It makes me kind of think some of those rumors were a little bit more on the true side compared to what I thought when it was happening. I was
Well,
like,
yeah.
they were just BSing it.
Well, yeah. Remember they came out and said that it was
Mm-hmm.
true. Like, no, they were shopping him, but they were saying the price was like too high for Cooper Kupp. And I remember, like, I think honestly, because okay, think about it. After the game in Buffalo, they just kind of phased them out. My thinking is they want to save him for the playoffs. I think after they beat the Rams, they knew they were going. I mean, because the offense ain't been nothing. Like The offense when he's not getting the ball is completely different. Like, think about it. They shot 44 points when he was getting the ball. 8 catches, 92 yards, and a touchdown. Since he's been phased out of the game plan, they won 12-6, 19-9, 13-9. So I'm thinking, me personally, I'm thinking that they're saving him for the playoffs. I think next week is gonna be kind of the same thing, but I definitely think as of now, that's kind of what the game. I think is what it was because he does get hurt a lot. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, if we make the playoffs, and we don't have Cooper Cup. What what the fuck is even the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, so if that what it is, because imagine if they come out the first game of the playoffs and that man get 13 targets. Like, I'm gonna be like, bro, that's some low key, some genius ass shit. If we being completely honest, but as of right now, it's not looking good.
Yeah. Well, besides that, because that was my main takeaway is that Cubs got no sort of anything. Puka went crazy. Stafford had himself a all right. He took care of the ball, didn't turn the ball over, which is obviously great. This defense is scary as hell. I can't lie. The Rams defense, it's scary as hell. Granted, they were playing a pretty bad team. Especially with no James Conner. Team doesn't really have an identity outside of, in my opinion, outside of him. He's really that hammer that they will run it down to your fucking throat every single drive with James Conner if they have to. But I don't know. He got hurt really, really early, and then just putting the game on Kyler has proved to not really work out in their favor. I saw some tweet. I'm sure you saw the same thing, asking if Marvin Harrison Jr. is a bust.
Crazy.
It's like, bro, almost got 1,000. He almost has 900 yards, 822 yards, 7 touchdowns, about 60 catches. It's like, bro, let me not get started on that. That was crazy. That ruined my whole vibe today when I heard that shit. When I saw it on Twitter, I was like, bro, are we really
Bust
like?
is wild.
Yeah, it's like he almost has 900 yards, and we're calling that a bust. Regardless,
You know what I would do to have Marvin Harrison over Lil Jordan Humphrey and Devon Vele and Troy Franklin
as your wide receiver one,
over Cortland Sutton, bro. Shit, I'm going for 2. We got Marvin Harrison.
like shit, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, but
Like,
yeah.
bro, it's the truth.
Also, that interception at the end of the game was again. I was rooting for the Rams, so I wanted to see him win, but that interception at the end was a little questionable, to say the least. It seems like
Why are you
you got
like?
it.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm
Are you
sorry,
good?
but why are you putting that much heat on the ball? Like, it's right there, bro. Like, why are you beaming it at that man? Hit him right in the face mask. Like, that's crazy. Like, because in I was watching like the post game with NFL Game Day with Michael Robb and forget the other guy that was on there, Steve Smith and Michael Robb, and they were like, why would you put your guy in that predicament? Because now Trey McBride's gonna be like, that's on me. I got to make that catch. When in reality, no, the quarterback, you can't put that ball on the heater like that. That has to be like a pass right into the hands where he can get it. Like, and he just kind of forced it in there and it hit him right in the helmet.
And see, the thing is, just like that was such. I mean, that was what there was like 40 seconds, 50 seconds left in the game. It's
Yeah.
like, man, if they would have converted that with 40, 50 seconds left in the game, got a touchdown. Again, we would probably be talking about this Rams Seahawks game coming up as, I mean, it would decide the division. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Again, this game really wasn't the craziest of entertaining. Uh, Hopefully, maybe next season they can kind of figure out what they're gonna do with Kyler, and go from there. But this season wasn't like he had some moments. Kyler always has his moments, always has his like highlight moments, I should say. But if you really kind of like watch the games, it was. And I think that was why these games were so hard to decide, so hard to predict. It's like you just didn't really know what you were gonna get from Kyler week in and week out. It's like you knew what you would get from James Conner. You like the defense, in my opinion. The Cardinals' defense is
It's
solid.
solid.
The Cardinals' offensive line is pretty good, pretty solid as well for the most part. Granted, they did a
Trey
lot.
McBride, Marvin Harrison, Michael
Yeah,
Wilson. Like, you don't have scrubs. Like, it's just like you made a video and we talked about it. They were 6-4 with like a really favorable schedule to win out. And like it was only like maybe what we were like they may drop one game in Seattle, lose to Minnesota, maybe lose that last game to them. They had the most of the loss, finished the year 10-7.
I,
They finished the year they're 7-9 right now.
I think we were talking about them possibly winning the division.
Yeah, they went was it 2 and no, they went wait, how many wins? No, they went 1-4. I could be no 1, 2, 3. No, they went 1-5 in their last 6 games. That's insane. Lost to Carolina in OT. You only beat the Patriots, and they the worst team in the league, man. Like you got, I mean, come on. The 2 games against Seattle, Cotter blew it. The first game against Seattle in Seattle, he threw 2 pick sixes, right? Am I right about the
I knew he threw one. I don't know about the other one.
I gotta see, but because no, I definitely remember he blew I remember the first he threw a pick six to Kobe Bryant. I can't. Yeah, he threw 2 picks. Okay, I don't know if both were like pick sixes, but I know one. Yeah, yeah. I think it was just one. Yeah, the pick sixes would close the game out. It was the difference maker, and it's like it was a bad pick. He threw 2 really bad picks in that game, and after that game, when they dropped to 6-5, that was just a domino effect, bro. I mean, yeah, because it turned the tide. Like I'm looking at it right now. You had it was three. It was three. Third quarter comes, pick six, 13-3, and Arizona got a field goal. Then there was the game against, let me see, I think it was the Minnesota game after this game. And yeah, they lost that by 1 point. Kyler had another 2 interception game. They going against Seattle. They lost 30-18, another 2 interception game. It's bad, man. I mean,
It's also like
five
if you
interceptions in
you got
go
it.
ahead.
Yeah, you got it.
Now I was gonna say like he threw 8 interceptions in the last 6 games. I mean, that'll do it for you right there, bro. That'll do it. Like, it's tough, but you can't be turning the ball over that much trying to get into the playoffs. Not that much. Like, and that's not even including the fumbles.
Also, if you just steal one of these 5 games that you lost, I mean, shit, Carolina, you lost in overtime. Minnesota, you lost by a point. Seattle, you lost twice within 3 weeks. If you just steal one of those games, this next game is a little bit more competitive. And shit, again, if Kyler don't throw a fucking fastball 99 miles per hour at that man's head, he probably catches the ball for a touchdown and they probably win the game. Granted,
Exactly.
it's such a split. It's such a split like second decision. So like I understand. Like he probably just panicked and threw the fucking ball as hard as he could, and it wasn't a good decision. Granted, I also don't think that interception was an interception. It looked like it hit the ground, but besides the point, whatever. Yeah, dude, if you just get one of these games, especially again that Minnesota game you lost by 1, and that Carolina game you went to overtime. If you get one of those games, it's a whole different. It could be a whole different outcome. You know.
Yeah, it's rough for the Cardinals, and I'm not gonna lie, it sucks because you just paid Kyler, and it's like this is year one of a quote unquote rebuild because they did kind of revamp this team. It's a new like this is the first year I think, second year with Jonathan Gannon, but this is like kind of year one. You know what I'm saying? Like you had a top pick, I guess, because Kyler was hurt, right?
He
Year
came.
one
He
is like
came back at
this.
the end of the season last year. I remember he beat Philly. He was lighting Philly
Yeah,
up
no,
last
I
year.
remember he was on a heater. When he came back, he was balling, and then you were 6-4. You were a very competitive team, and then the inconsistencies just went to the back. Like there were inconsistencies, but it went, man. Like so, I don't know what they're gonna do going into this next season. Because I mean, I don't even know who they play next week, but the season's
Yeah,
over.
they played 49ers.
That's probably a loss.
Yeah.
I mean, just say the season's over, like you finish at 7-10 or you finish at 8-9. Like I don't know what like how do you? I mean, I guess you would get the defense a little bit better, probably get another running back in there, but I don't know. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the Sunday games. We can go over some of these pretty quick. Um, Bills and the Jets. Bills travel to New York. No, the Jets travel to Buffalo to take on the Jets. They win the game. Bills win the game 40-14. Jets dropped to 4-12. Bills dropped 13-3. I only got 2 takeaways from this one, really. Buffalo's out of line for playing as hard as they did in this game. And this was horrible. This game was an absolute shit show. Aaron Rodgers, he might need to retire. And I'm an Aaron Rodgers guy. Me and you both are Aaron Rodgers guys. It's it's looking pretty bad, bro. is looking really bad. I think the Jets are gonna end up running it back with him anyway. But I mean, it looks fucking horrible, bro. Buffalo whooped they ass. Second takeaway, those was my two. I'm done.
It also looks bad when your backup comes in, goes 11 for 14, about 90 yards and 2 touchdowns. Granted, in garbage time, I don't know if the Bills had their backups in or not, but I remember it was a couple weeks ago after they beat Jacksonville. We were both saying, "Man, you might want to fucking run it back, man."
Yeah, like because I remember because we were like, bro, they could Loki in the season not on a heater, and nah, Aaron Rodgers looks
Yeah,
horrible, bro. I mean, he just does not look like the guy. And Kansas, the season's over and shot, but
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But like,
They about to blow everything up. They about to
yeah,
blow everything up.
you have to like, bro, you got to kill everything after this, man, bro. You got to get new coaches. You got to drop the QB, bro. You, ain't no way in hell you bring Aaron Rodgers back. I'm sorry, I don't give a damn what you cannot bring Aaron Rodgers back. You just can't do it. If you do, like, it'd be different if they losing respectable games. Getting blown out like this is damn right atrocious. You got your ass whooped. Like, ain't no other way to put it. And the interception he threw were bad, bro.
So, let's say that Rodgers does not want to retire, but the Jets move on from him and cut him. All right, where do you think he would
Mm.
go?
Realistically, he's not going to a team that is in need of a quarterback, like going the draft route. I mean, the only team I could possibly see because of the pick they're gonna have is what the Giants. So you're gonna go across the hall. No. Like no to Carolina, no to Chicago. I mean, what the Saints? Maybe. Maybe the Saints. That's the only kind of reasonable team I can probably think of. No to the Niners, no Arizona, no Dallas, no Atlanta, none of the playoff teams in the NFC. Um, unless somebody retire. I mean, go to the AFC, no New England, Tennessee's drafting a guy. I mean, what, Cleveland? Maybe that only two teams. Okay, I can think of is maybe what the Saints, Cleveland, possibly. Um, if they don't want to go the draft route, the Raiders. I mean, so you maybe will probably got three teams:
Man,
the
you know,
Browns,
you know how funny
Raiders,
that
and
shit would be if he goes to the Raiders and Devontae just went to the Jets.
like. I mean, but those are the 10 teams I can say that would be interested in. I mean, could you realistically see Pittsburgh saying we're gonna go get Aaron Rodgers?
I could see if Russ wants a bag, possibly. It would depend
And
on
Russ
how.
goes somewhere to like say Russ goes to Cleveland
Hmm.
or
I
Russ goes to New Orleans, they pay Russ a shit ton of money. Well, they can't pay Russ a shit ton of money. Say okay, yeah, say
somebody,
Russ goes to
somebody.
like Minnesota. Say Sam Darnold leaves, whatever the shit maybe. We never really know, right? Say like, would you be mad if Pittsburgh brought in Aaron Rodgers? You probably would love it.
Nah, I was actually talking to my dad about this. My dad a big Packers fan. Low key, I think we're gonna lose first round regardless. Man,
You would bring in Aaron Rodgers.
it would depend on how much Russ would want. That's the thing.
Oh, Russ gonna want at least
Exactly. If Russ
30 a year.
if he's gonna want a boatload of money, he's also gonna want it for like a longer period of time, like 3 4 years.
3 to 4 years.
It's like nah, I'm not willing to make that commitment to Russ just from what he's shown us. I would rather either just try to roll with Fields, give him like a 1 year deal, and just go from there, or shit if Rodgers is available, something. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Again, I think we lose in first round regardless. I think we lose in first round this year. I think we lose in first round next year. It don't really matter what we do to the roster. It don't really matter who we bring in at quarterback, unless if it's
Mm-hmm.
fucking Patrick Mahomes or whoever. But yeah, I don't know. It would be funny though. It'd be interesting because obviously I love A Rod. It'd be kind of like the same, in my opinion, the same thing. Uh, Kind of the same like. Grant, I think the Jets have better weapons than we do. I like Devontae and Garrett Wilson more than I like just Pickens alone.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't fucking
Shit, he
know.
could bring Devontae with him. Devontae free agent.
Man, you can bring him over here. You can bring him over. I wouldn't mind.
This man here, dog. Yeah, let's move on to the next game. We can keep this one short. Raiders travel to New Orleans, take on the
Shit, maybe he can go to
Saints.
Denver.
You said what?
Maybe he can go to Denver. I'm sure he Bo leaving right now.
This ain't no pay. Oh, you talking about Devontae or you talking about Rogers?
Oh no, I'm talking about A-Rod.
He can ride the bench. Like, hell nah. But yeah, let's go to the next one. Raiders travel to New Orleans, take on the Saints. Raiders win this game 25-10. They go to 4-12. Saints drop to 5-11. Nothing much to go on in this game. Just Antonio Pierce gets another win. Either way, I think they're still going to fire him. But just go. The Saints need to blow up this roster. That's it.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah, going on to the next game. Cowboys travel to Philly, take on the Eagles. Eagles win this game 41-7. They go at 13-3. Cowboys drop to 7-9. Two main takeaways from this game. Kenny Pickett made the worst play of the year. That was the funniest. Bro, he topped Will Levis, bro. He topped Will Levis. I have never seen this man threw the ball and fell, dog. He damn near front flipped. That
And
was
and he
hilarious.
somehow held on to it too. That's the craziest part.
But shout out to the
And hold up real quick. You know what he
Go
was
ahead.
trying to do? He was trying to pump fake it, and last second he was probably like, "Oh shit, I can't get rid of it," and he just went down with the ball, almost like someone like a ghost grabbed the ball and was trying to yank it out of his hand or something.
It looked like the ball got stuck to his glove. Shit was funny as fuck. But yeah, man, shout out to the Eagles. They steamrolled the Cowboys. My only second takeaway of this game really was shout out to Saquon, shout out to Devontae. They had big games. But when Micah Parsons said if you take away the score, this game was close. Like, I don't know how the fuck that makes any sense. Like, I don't know what point he was trying to make. I think halfway through that, he realized he sounded like a dumbass and was just like, let me just wrap up what the fuck I was thinking.
Man, you see that throw Kenny had to Devontae?
Yeah, it was nice.
Besides that one play where he looked like a not the greatest of football players, he was low key balling a little bit. I can't lie. I can't lie.
And then Tanner McKee came in and was balling.
Yeah, and then they had that man Kenny Pickett doing the tush push too for the touchdown. That shit was his
That pissed
helmet.
me off because give it to Saquon. I need the fantasy points.
Anyways, that man's
Yeah.
helmet fell off. Man, you saw the lettuce falling back and everything. Yeesh, helmet right back on.
This
It's
man
like,
love Kenny Pickett. It's ridiculous.
and then again, defense was balling as well. That defense it's scary. As of right now, the Packers I believe would go to Philly, the way that the playoffs are set out. I believe the Packers
They
as
could
of right
win
now,
too. They could beat the
it'd be a
shit out
great
them.
game. And the
Yeah.
thing is I would low key rather see the Commanders going to Philly for that first round. I just really want to see the Packers, Vikings, Lions, and Eagles and those last four.
Wait,
That's
so
crazy.
who would it be? Let me see. So the playoffs started today. So it would be Tampa, Minnesota, Washington, Rams, Philly, Packers. So if you flip flop, it would be Washington, Philly, Rams, Green Bay. Nah, I like how it is because I think the Rams will low key. I think Green Bay would fuck over the Rams. And like, I want to see good games. I like how it is right now. Yeah, I like how it is right now because I think Green Bay can play Philly better than Washington than Green Bay. Because Green Bay gonna kill the Rams, bro. You know they gonna kill the Rams. They gonna destroy the Rams, bro.
Do you want to know what I'd love to see?
Hmm.
I'd love to see Minnesota get that one seed.
And
Detroit
Detroit go to Tampa.
Detroit go to Tampa,
Ooh.
and then I'd love to see the Packers have to go to LA and the Commanders have to go to Philly. That's what I want to see
Yeah,
personally.
yeah. All right, yeah. Let's move on. Let's go to the next one. This one gonna be quick as possible. Panthers travel to Tampa to take on the Bucks. I thought it was gonna be a little bit closer, like how the Panthers played them last time. But Chuba was out for this game. He's out for the year, so I knew this was gonna be probably a little blowout. Buccaneers winning 48-14. They go to 9-7. Panthers drop to 4-12. Mike Evans getting 1,000 yards. That's gonna happen. But yeah, shout out to Baker, and he threw 5 touchdowns in this game. It was utterly ridiculous.
Yeah, there's nothing really nice to say about the Panthers and the way they played. It was an ass beating to say the least.
Missing an ass beat. Damn. Yeah, going on to the next game. Tennessee travel to Jacksonville, take on the Jaguars. Jaguars win this game 20-13. They go to 4-12. Titans drop to 3-13. Tajay had himself a nice little game. Really had a nice little game. Really, Brian Thomas balled out, but that's pretty much it. Both of these teams in the AFC South, they're terrible. They're just trying to get draft positions. But shout out to the Jags.
Man, I texted you. I swear to God, if Tennessee gets this, if they get Travis Hunter, I'm gonna be so pissed, bro. Like I would rather obviously not. I don't want to see him go to Cleveland either. I would really like to see him go to New England with Drake May, especially if they're gonna use him as a receiver. I would really like to see that shit. Him either that or him as a corner. Him and Gonzo, that shit would be crazy. Anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways. Yeah. There really nothing to say. Shout out Mason Rudolph, even though they lost.
Yeah, going on to probably the best game of the morning slate. Colts traveling to the New York MetLife. Giants. Giants win this game 45-33. They get their first home win of the season. 45-33. They go to 3-13. Colts drop to 7-9. We're officially eliminated from playoff contention. Drew Lock. You know what they used to call him in Denver?
Yeah.
Horsecock Lock. That man there, bro. Lord, 17-23, 309, 5 tutties. God damn. Malik Neighbors, 7 catches, $171, 2 tubs. Giants gave them boys at work. That man Drew Lock said, hey, look, y'all bringing me back, and I'm fighting out whoever y'all bringing up in here, bro. That ain't like he balled. He balled. I can't. Jonathan Taylor balled too, bro. I don't care anyone says this is a way better pass. I know Joe Flacco hasn't been that well with Indy, but their offense is just so much better with Anthony Richardson out of it, bro. I don't know what you think about it, but that's just me. As a passing offense, it's like night and day, bro. It's night and day. Like Joe Flacco, when he comes in, Kenny, he throws a lot of picks. Like he threw 2. But bro, that man, bro, Alec Pierce had a $122, Pittman a $109, and I get it. They're playing the Giants, but still, bro, it's night and day. It's night and day.
Dude, Malik Neighbors went crazy. Crazy. That was my biggest takeaway of the game. Granted, that and then somehow the Giants find a way to piss away the first overall pick.
Lock.
Dude, I thought they had that shit locked up. And it's like you could possibly lose out on your franchise quarterback just by winning that game. You know? You really could. Let's say Cleveland drafts somebody at 3. Let's say New England or Tennessee is like, nah, we don't want to draft you. We'll trade back. We'll trade up for somebody, get a haul for Shador or Cam Ward. It's like Giants gonna be sitting there picking at 4. It's like, I mean, obviously there's a quarterback on the board. Me personally, and I'm sure we'll get into this in future episodes, I like Shador and I like Cam Ward as those are the top 2 quarterbacks in the draft for me. Yeah, dude, it was just because my girl, her dad is a Giants fan, and I was texting him. Man, they can't even lose right. You know, it's like, bro, just lose out. And granted, I get it. The players aren't thinking about that. Drew Lock ain't thinking, man, if we lose out, like our team's gonna get a better pick. We're gonna be able to draft a quarterback.
He don't care about that.
He's thinking the opposite.
Yeah, he think we get this win so I can get a contract next year.
For real, it's like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. And if more on the Colts side, I don't know if you saw what McAfee had tweeted about with the Colts. He was basically just like shredding them up, tearing them to pieces. It was justified. It was fair. He was essentially just telling them that they have no leadership. They have no backbone. They have no structure. They have no leadership. They like nothing. They have nothing. You know, it's just a team. And if you were really watching the Colts, you were going to be able to see this collapse coming. It's
yeah,
crazy.
I don't think it's too much on Steichen. I know people are calling for that man to be fired. I think it starts with ownership. I don't think Steichen is a bad coach. I think he's a really good offensive coordinator. I think he's a really good offensive mind. I don't think the offense is bad. I just think Anthony Richardson is just not the guy. And it's like I don't think people understand when he plays. And I'm not even trying to knock on him too much. Like I do want to see him succeed, but I have to look at the facts. And this man, bro, he handicaps that offense. when he plays, and it is so true. They can't. They are not. They don't have a true passing game with Anthony Richardson. They don't. So like that limits one part of the team. The defense has been bad since they've gotten pretty much fully healthy. I mean, outside of this game, they got ran through. Like they got legit ran through. But I mean, I think ownership management does have to change. But I think you got something with Steichen. I think you do. That's just me. I wouldn't be so quick to let him walk out the door like that. Like now, if he has like another season where they go from worse from this, because I mean, look, they're probably gonna finish with what the same record that they did last year, 8-9. Because I think they got what Tennessee next, or no, they got Jacksonville. So they're probably gonna finish with the same record last year, 8-9. So it just goes in. This is with questionable quarterback play. Like I'm a firm believer in. Look, yeah, it's you're not winning games, but look, bro, the end result is you're one game shy from being a 500 team, and that's with questionable quarterback play with Joe Flacco and Anthony Richardson. So I don't know, man. I mean, and Anthony Richardson has a long way to go from being the guy that we thought. It's just really tough for the Colts right now. Like McAfee should have shredded him. You got Jonathan Taylor. You got four solid receivers. You got a really good group of guys. And it's just the quarterback is handicapping them. The defense isn't great, but it's solid, but it's not great. And it's just like, it's tough because the coach is going to take the downfall for this. They might fire Steichen, and wherever he goes, he's going to be a damn good OC/head coach. But I just don't think Indy should blow up everything. I think you keep Steichen, you keep some of these guys. You don't have a fire sale, and because I don't think me personally, I have them as my number ranked sleeper team heading into the season. I don't think that they're that far off. Like I think they have a lot of good pieces in place. I just think they got to build on it the right way. But everything starts at the QB spot. Trust, I'm a Denver fan. We've had a lot of pieces, and we're just missing the quarterback for a while. Like I think Alec Pierce, Michael Pittman, Adonai Mitchell, Josh Downs, John. I think you probably get a tight end. I mean, Jonathan Taylor still showing he's one of the best running backs. You got Zaire Franklin, DeForest Buckner, Blackman, Kenny Moore. Like you Quiddy Pay, Latu. I mean, like you got some guys. Like it's not like you got a whole bunch of scrubs. You know what I'm saying? Like you're seven. You have a 7-9 record for a reason. You won 7 games for a reason. But I don't know. The Colts is it's extremely tough, bro. Like they got to figure out that they got to figure out what they want to do ultimately at quarterback. And unfortunately, it's just gonna take another season. So they better hit that lab with Anthony Richardson, bro. Cause shit.
They just been stuck in this mediocre team, average team. Like nobody takes them serious, but they're not bad enough to get like a really 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 bad pick, but they're not good enough to even really make a playoff appearance. I mean, I
They're
guess
like
I guess they had the fourth pick, didn't they? For AR, did they trade up for that, or did they earn that? I should say.
I gotta look, but they're like a Walmart Steelers.
Shit, for real, yeah, like a great value Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me
dude.
see. Uh Cold seasons. When did they get the pick?
I'm pretty sure they earned it because it was between them and Houston or whatever, and then they ended up beating Houston, right?
Yeah, that was after the
Houston ended up beating
2022
them.
season. No, yeah, I'm tripping. No, last year they finished 9-8. My fault. They finished over 500 last year.
It's the same thing.
Yeah,
8-9,
but they
9-8.
they went 4-12-1. But no, that was when they had Frank Reich, and he was terrible. That was the Frank Reich. Remember Jeff Saturday came in.
Blew that what 33-0 lead against Minnesota.
Yep. I mean, but even with Frank Reich, they went 11-5, lost in the wild card. But that's when they had Phillip. Remember it's the quarterbacks. Remember they brought in Phillip Rivers, Matt Ryan, these veteran into their run quarterbacks.
And now you
Been
got
this way, like
Flacco.
you said, for a while. Even with luck, like, but they had a young quarterback with luck. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's really rough, bro. Like last year, it was Minshew. He finished 9-8. He's gonna probably finish 8-9 this year. I just think, me personally, I don't think Steichen is the problem. I don't think he's shown me anything to make him seem like he's the problem. I mean, it's just handicap, bro. It's tough though. It's extremely tough. You're right. They're stuck in this middle mediocrity, and you just gotta hit the lab with Anthony Richardson, bro. That's just it. You gotta get him better. And I'm not gonna lie, if they better bring in a damn good backup, cause if he's bad again next year, you got to bench him early because you can't have another season of you not being able to pass the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, this just can't happen.
Yeah, no,
Can't the receivers were dropping a shit ton of passes though, but still, like,
yeah. It's just like they don't have anybody there that's like elite. What they do, in my opinion, like they have some really, really good, great players, but there's
yeah,
nobody there
outside of
that's
JT.
like. I wouldn't even say he's an elite player. Sometimes he's so inconsistent with
Well,
game
Buckner.
game day. Again, I think he's a great player. I wouldn't put him up there with the elite D tackles personally.
Eh, yeah, I guess. I still think he's damn good though. He's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
problem.
no, he's definitely damn good, but I just wouldn't put him up there with the elite guys. It's like I'm not putting him up there with Chris Jones.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, shit, the way Cam Hayward been playing this
About Zach
season.
Allen.
Man, Zach Allen might be like on.
Yeah, he's up there, bro.
Nah, he might be like bottom 2, and he's not 2. Yeah,
Nice,
he might be
man.
the worst in the
I'm
league.
done with man talking about bottom.
Same thing with PS2, but we don't gotta talk about
Okay,
that.
bro.
Man,
Yeah,
I heard he got cooked by Jamar and T Higgins.
ridiculous. People just be trolling, bro. That man nowhere got cooked. But yeah, yeah, that's enough talking about the Colts. So let's go ahead and move on. Dolphins travel to Cleveland Tech. We can keep this. This one, keep this one quick. Dolphins travel to Cleveland, take on the Browns. They win the game 20-3. Shout out to Snoop Huntley. They got the dub. DTR, their offense was terrible. Just Judy. I need Judy to have a big week this week in fantasy. But other than that, it was a terrible show from the Browns.
Does any part of you does it scare you a little bit that if Denver loses and Miami wins, Miami in?
We're not losing, no, bro.
Man, I'm just saying, like, Miami's in.
I'm not really that, bro. We're
It don't
not
even
losing
matter
to
what
their
Cincy
backups.
does. It doesn't.
We're not losing to their backups, bro.
I
That
don't
game's gonna be over at
know.
like halftime. I'm telling you,
Halftime.
bro. We're gonna win that game, dog.
I'm rooting
Like
for
I'm
y'all.
telling you, bro. That game's people just want the dramaticness. That game's gonna be over. They're gonna go out there with Carson Wentz. Our defense is going that none of that shit is gonna happen. I think people forgetting we have the best defense in the league. Like that's not gonna happen. Like nothing OD is gonna happen, bro. We're gonna win that game pretty easily. Like
Man,
not losing that game. It's just a funny thing because like it'll be so bad. We're not losing that game though, bro.
it's
I
just
don't know
like,
what y'all take us for.
do you does any part of you worry that this game is gonna be so easy that it won't be easy?
No, because I know this team, bro. They're not losing this game. They are not losing this game. I'm telling you right now. There is no way in hell. PS2. There's no Zach Allen, Nick Benito, Bo Nix, and Sean Payton. Fuck that. They are not losing this game. Because, bro, the Chiefs aren't gonna have Mahomes, Kelsey, Pacheco. I don't even know if D Hop gonna play. They're probably gonna say most of the line. So this is just offense. No Chris Jones, no McDuffie, no Nick Bolton, like no Carl Aftis, bro. They're sitting everybody, bro. Denver's not losing
Man,
this game.
I might be looking for a new podcast co-host if y'all lose. If y'all lose,
If you lose, you're gonna have to check in on me, bro. You're gonna have to check in on me. You gotta check in on me.
I'm a
I'm gonna
FaceTime
be
you look just like the last time y'all lost to KC. Bro, what happened?
I'm gonna be in tears. I might actually cry.
Because you'll also know beforehand, like we play Cincy on Saturday, and then Miami and New York play at the same time as y'all. So you'll semi know, like, if Cincy beats us, it's like, y'all got it fucking win. But like it's like if it gets to the point where, like, let's say Cincy loses and like they're actually like confirmed out, then it's like you're gonna be scoreboard watching a little bit, and if y'all start to lose a little bit and Miami starts killing them a little bit, I'm rooting for y'all. That's all
We're
I gotta
not
say.
losing. We're not
That's all I
losing.
gotta say. And to loop it back to Miami, it would
Plus,
just be hilarious.
plus KC won. They're gonna try to lose the game, bro. They're not gonna win the game.
Yeah, I definitely don't think they want Cincy in there at all. But also, I mean, like,
They probably don't want us in there either. I'm pretty. They don't want to see either one. But if they had to pick one, they would rather see us.
man, I was thinking about this.
But
I was talking with one of my friends about this. Imagine the Steelers go and play Houston, all right, and let's say Buffalo plays Denver, and let's say Buffalo wins, and let's say the Ravens play the Chargers, and the Ravens win. Cool, and let's say the Steelers win, all right. Man, can you imagine if the Steelers got to go to KC and somehow we beat them? And you know everybody talking crazy about KC about how they're gonna three-peat and all that, me included, and it's
yeah, I wouldn't
like,
play them though. Oh no, yeah, I
yeah,
would
we
play
would.
them.
And if we somehow knocked them out of the playoffs, man, you know how hype I would be. I mean, we're not. I still think we're gonna lose first round regardless. But like that would just be insane. Like nobody could talk shit about the Steelers ever again if we ended up beating them. And then we go to the AFC Championship game, and then we make the Super Bowl, and then we win. That's all I gotta say.
This man getting disrespectful. Don't, bro. I don't like how you second guessing my team. But
No. It ain't second guessing because I think you guys are gonna win. It's just like everything is so perfect. Everything's so like, oh yeah. Man, that old game, man, we got that shit secure. Man, we're looking for the playoffs. We're about to go play Buffalo. Man, they're basically packing their shit already to go to Buffalo. They're planning their trips. Man, they're getting their plane
Denver,
tickets
no, they're
ready.
not.
They're getting everything ready. Man, they're probably getting their hand warmers ready. All that, you know. Probably their shovels, dig a little snow out, and it's like, man, y'all start. KC is still coming to Denver, and dude, I don't know. I mean, I hope y'all win. I'm
Now
rooting
you
for
got me nervous, bro.
I'm
Like,
rooting
I
for you
think we
guys.
gonna be good.
It's
Bro, I ain't
because
gonna lie.
you guys
There
got
is
everything to lose and they have
no,
nothing.
bro. Okay, look. Okay, but look. Here's what I'm gonna say. We still got the best defense in the league. Like they're talking about promoting their practice squad quarterback to get reps. We are not losing that game. We're not losing. I promise you. That game's gonna be over. I need some wood to knock on. Like that game is gonna be over relatively like pretty. I'm guessing early. We gonna go. We gonna probably get the ball first. Score once it gets 14-0. The game's over.
No,
Like
no. At what point would you start sweating a little bit? Like if it hits, let's say it hits like
if we're trailing at any point in
mid
this
third
game,
quarter and it's like 24-21, you guys are down and you guys got the ball. It's like a couple minutes left in the third quarter. 21-24, y'all down, and let's say
oh
y'all
no,
like
if it gets to that,
midfield.
I'm already been sweating. If they get 21, if they get 20 points on us, what? Bro, if Carson Wentz get 21, I mean, dude. Cause bro, I ain't gonna. I'm not dealing with no. That's not gonna happen. Number one, bro, we're gonna be good. We're gonna win that game, and then yeah. All right, yeah. Going on. So let's go. Let's go ahead and go to the next one. Packers traveling to Minnesota. They took on the Vikings. Vikings won the game 27-25. They go to 14-2. Packers drop to 11-5. Packers are now the 7th seed in the NFC. My two main takeaways from this one was shout out to Sam Darnold. I mean, they balled out. He threw the ball all over the place. Hockenson had 68. Addison had 69 in the tub. Naylor had 81 in the tub. Jettis had 92. I mean, they really just balled out from top to bottom in this one. I mean, it was just Green Bay kind of almost came back in there in the fourth quarter. This game was very similar to how it was the first time around. Green Bay got down early, tried to make a little late comeback, but it was just too little, too late. And yeah, I mean, it's tough. Like Minnesota, they finna play for this one seed in this game, but yeah.
Yeah, I thought one thing that they did very, very well is take the run away, especially with Josh Jacobs. He had 17 carries for about 70 yards, and the last however many games, like 5, 6 games, damn near the whole season, it seems like he's just been running his ass off. So for them to contain him to about 70 yards, again, he did have a touchdown, but I think that's a win if you're able to contain what is he, the third leading rusher in the NFL right now besides Saquon and Derrick Henry?
Yeah, I think so. Something like that. Yeah.
If you're able to hold him to 70 yards,
It's either
it's a
him or
win.
Bijan.
Okay.
One of them is. I got to check on that, but yeah.
But yeah, and then Jordan Love, low-key, he kind of looked a little bit like that Vikings defense was causing him hell. Like he was back there, like especially in the first like half, maybe into the third quarter as well. He just looked uncomfortable. He didn't look sure of himself. He didn't look confident in anything that he was really seeing. It's and when the playoffs hit, he's got to step up. He's got to step
Yeah.
up.
By the way, real quick, he's fifth.
He's fifth.
It's
Okay.
Kyron is three, and Bijan's ahead of him by 1 yard. Kyron's ahead of him by 14 yards. So they're
So I'm
neck and neck.
assuming he was probably third going into the week then.
Probably. I don't
Okay.
know for sure, for sure.
Okay.
But yeah, going on to the next one. Falcons travel to Washington to take on Commanders Sunday night football game. Wherever that was in somewhere. I don't know what it's called. I forgot.
No, I don't know. Apparently, it's damn near right next to DC. Apparently, that shit's right next to the damn Capitol or something.
Landover. Commanders go to 11-5. Falcons go to drop to 8-8, 24-30. Two main takeaways from this one for me. Jaden Daniels was absolutely insane. Carried him on the ground game, 16 carries, a buck 27. Had 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. The pick was bad, but I mean, hey, look, shout out to Zach Ertz, had a big game as well. Zaki has been balling as of recently. Bijan had a really good game. Drake London, Kyle Pitts had really got. Like, look, I could have sworn Kyle Pitts was a bust, but yeah, it seems like he probably gonna have the best quarterback he's ever played with. So shout out to him. Michael Penix, he didn't look bad. I thought he looked good for his second career game against the Dan Quinn defense. I thought he looked pretty solid. Thought he looked pretty solid. He had 2 fumbles, but none of them were lost. So I'm not gonna um, go too crazy on him. But yeah, I mean, shout out to him. I mean, I thought Penix looked solid. But yeah, man, the Falcons, they got one game next week. We'll see what they can do if the Bucks collapse or some. Yeah, because it's Falcons Bucks next week, right?
No, it's
Who is
Falcons,
it?
Panthers, and Bucks, Saints. Falcons
Saints.
Falcons
Yeah,
already
that's
beat them
right.
twice. Yeah,
Did they beat them twice?
yeah, they beat them on that Thursday night, and then they beat them in Tampa.
Yeah, so Falcons Bucks lose.
Hmm.
Falcons in the playoffs. But yeah, man, shout out to Penix. But yeah, I just want to say something real quick about Jane Daniels. I remember when a certain quarterback um beat the shit out of the Falcons in more better fashion. And I think he led his team in rushing too, and had about 4 or 5 touchdowns. And I was told that they just played a sorry defense. So I just kind of want that same energy reciprocated. You know what I mean?
Who you talking about? What quarterback?
Oh, he plays for an AFC team right now. They're in the playoffs, the 7th seed. I think his name is Bo Nix or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Russ. My fault.
Okay, bro. This man talking about right. Yeah, I mean shit. Because I remember when Bo Nix dropped like 40 on these dudes, people were saying he ain't play nobody. Jaden do it, and this man is unbelievable. But I mean, he is unbelievable though. So shout out to Jaden. But
Yeah, this was really just a Jaden Daniels game in my opinion. They couldn't really get
his
anything
best game.
going. Yeah, this was a damn good game. I think maybe that Philly game last week, some of those turnovers last week were really bad. It was like the upside of him throwing the 5 touchdowns last week was yeah, either 4 or 5 last week, something like that. I thought Penix looked all right from time to time. He also looked bad from time to time. That's just a rookie quarterback at the end of the day. You do have to give him credit though for going down the field at the very very end and setting his team up, getting the touchdown, and going into overtime. Like that's something that you do have to give him credit for. At the end of the day, I thought some of the throws, he had some overthrows that weren't really great. But besides that, Riley Patterson, I thought he nailed that field goal. I thought they won the game. I'm sitting over there on the couch. I'm like, all right, shit, here, because I want the Bucks to make it, and I'm like, fuck, he really made that shit. Like I'm about to hear nothing from, I'm about to hear everything but everything, all the excuses in the book from the Commanders fans around me, but he missed it, and they went down there and scored a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of time that the Commanders in overtime shed off the clock, it was before I even realized that there were only 3 minutes left in the overtime. I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
3 minutes? Like they shaved off 7 minutes. Besides the point, yeah. Shout out to them. They clinched a playoff spot for the first time. I think since 2020.
2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to them. Going on to the game that just happened tonight, the Monday night game, Lions travel to San Francisco to take on the Niners. They win the game 40-34. Niners drop to 6-10. Lions go to 14-2, still the 1 seed. Hey, 49ers played them tough until Brock Purdy just basically handed the game right back. 49ers were winning for most of this. And those 2 Purdy picks just kind of changed his tide of the game. He really threw 3 because one of them got called back because Brian Branch dropped PI Kittle, and that ball was still gonna be picked. And in the very next play, this man Brock threw it right back to Kirby Joseph. Yeah, those 2 picks really killed the Niners, but Jared Goff was once again perfect. 26-34, 303, 3 touchdowns. Gibbs had a big day, buck 17 in the tub. Jamison Williams had a day. I think he had 2 touchdowns. Yeah. Laporta had himself a day. Amon Ra had himself a day. All three of them had touchdowns. Gibbs had his little 50 yards on the ground. On the Niners side of it, it was really just Ricky Pearsall balled out. Him and Kittle was really getting it going. Jawan had himself a solid day, but I mean the Niners season it's been over. But now you got to make a decision about Brock Purdy. John Lynch looked pissed. He was pissed the hell off of Purdy throwing those 2 picks, but um, I mean it's tough, but Lions get the dub, they get their revenge. I don't know what they're gonna do with Purdy moving forward. I think they pay him. I don't think you go replace Purdy. It's not really a market for it right now. You tried the quarterback route in the draft and you failed. So I mean, talking about Trey Lance. So I think you stick with Purdy. I think Purdy has shown though he's not top dollar value. I think you can pay him around like a Baker Mayfield type contract, maybe Geno around that, maybe a little bit more than Baker or whatever you decide to do. But because he's been to that Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying. So, but I think overall you keep Brock. But the Lions side of it, hey man, they got next week. It's a big game.
Yeah, I kind of thought they were gonna rest some of those starters, especially more so like once the 49ers came, like you said, they came out red hot, dude. It was first 3 drives touchdowns. Um, but after that second half, the Lions just completely took over and dominated the game. Uh, one thing I kind of questioned a little bit is what they're gonna do with Debo in this offseason. He's been basically a non-factor in recent memory for the 49ers at least the last couple weeks, months. Even this season, he hasn't really had a crazy big impact. Um, but also, I don't know. This 49ers team, like when they came out and like they're red hot for like the first 3 drives, it was like, man, this is the 49ers team we're used to seeing. Like this is what we came to expect from them when the season had started. And just due to a bunch of injuries, it's just torn apart, dude. But also, I do think that the Ayuk injury, obviously, it sucks that he got hurt, but it really let someone like Ricky Pearsall and Jawan Jennings kind of come out and shine a little bit more. And
Mm-hmm.
I would do wonder if maybe the team sees like, all right, maybe we don't need Debo, and tries to trade him. But yeah,
Yeah, I agree. I think Debo's days are kind of numbered over there. Um, yeah, I definitely think you're gonna see more Juwan Jennings, more Ricky Pearsall moving forward, and I wouldn't be surprised if Debo is gone in the offseason, whether he gets cut or traded. But yeah, you got anything else you want to add?
I just hope that the Steelers win on Saturday, and hopefully you guys get the dub.
Yeah, if we don't do an episode, we just praying for that, man. But I think we'll do one, for sure, for sure. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode. Make sure to leave a like, comment, hit that subscribe button, keep showing us some love. I'm your host JMX, my co-host Ryan. The next one, peace out.